Hey, this is Chris, and today I want to talk to you about a certain type of fear. This is a fear that we all have about really showing up in life, showing up in a big way, playing big, and daring to have great things and have a great, wonderful life. Now, it doesn't make any sense why we would have fear to do this, because it sounds pretty freaking wonderful. But what are we doing a lot of times? We hesitate. We play small. We hold ourselves back. We question ourselves. And we play weak. And why do we do this? It doesn't make any sense, but we do it. And all of this behavior that we have, this fear, really, you can call it a fear of living. That's what it is. It's a fear of really being alive, being awake, being in this moment. And what is this fear all about? Why is it here? Well, basically, it's due to an accumulation of a lot of aversions to the world. All the things that we don't like about being in the world. Aversions such as feeling overwhelmed, or feeling embarrassed, or feeling let down, or feeling like we might get hurt if we open ourselves up and allow ourselves to be vulnerable. So all of these aversions, they're all taken from moments in our lives where things didn't go our way and we didn't like it. And maybe we got hurt, sure. But we took that experience and we built up a resistance to life because of that experience. And as we've grown up, we've collected all these experiences as memories and information in our head. So the next time like an opportunity comes around, say like an amazing opportunity to meet somebody new, but then your mind kicks in and reminds you of all the other times in your life where it didn't work out, it didn't go your way, and it discourages you. And it even gets you into fear. So you're afraid to open yourself up, be vulnerable. But you don't need to live by this fear. You don't need to have any fear of living. Because here's the thing. When we're talking about being big, showing up, and showing up in a big way, what does that really mean? That means being in the present moment, being right here, right now, fully aware, fully alive, fully open, spontaneous, receptive, open to new opportunities, courageous. That's a pretty awesome way to live. Imagine living your life always alert and present in the moment, totally connected to now. And you feel every opportunity that is available to you now, and there's no hesitation, no fear. Just a sense of self-assuredness, of knowingness. How awesome would that be? So take a look to see in yourself if you have any hesitation to being vulnerable, to really opening yourself up. Now, what's so bad about opening yourself up? What are you afraid of? That you'll get hurt? You'll get disappointed? That you'll get rejected? That you'll get embarrassed? But what are these things? But feelings, just simply feelings. And these are your feelings, aren't they? Now, instead of resisting your feelings and resisting your fear, go ahead and welcome up that fear now. Now, it doesn't do you any good, and it's no fun to carry this fear around. And if it's your fear, then you can let it go. So just welcome up your fear now. Your fear of really being open and exposed in this moment. And see if there's a hesitation or a doubt. even a wanting to figure it out. And that's just all fear. Just welcome up your fear. And say yes to this fear. Say yes to it so you can let it up and let it go. And say yes to it even more so you can let it go. And say yes to your fear even more so you can let that fear go. And could you say yes to it even more? And even more. And even more. And even more. And even more. And notice how you feel. See if you feel a little bit more secure and courageous now, more calm and centered. Now let go pushing down on the rest of the fear. Invite up all your fear, all the fear that you can muster up right now. Just bring it all up. Fear is fear. If you have fear for one thing, you got fear for everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. So bring up all your fear now. Just allow it to come up and just let this fear go. Surrender your fear over to beingness. And even more. And even more. And even more. And let this fear go. Just hand it over to beingness. Hand it over to the spaciousness of this moment. And let it go even more. And even more. And even more. And let it go even more. And notice how you feel. Feels like letting a good load off, right? Feels a lot lighter. And that alone is proof that it's a good reason to let go of your fear. You shouldn't walk around with all this weight of fear hanging off of your shoulders. Not when you can let it go. But it's up to you to let it go. Now also, take a look to see if your mind is badgering you about what ifs or what about that, or you're going to fail anyway. Now what do you need that information for? Why do you need your mind telling you that? What a good friend that mind is of yours. It tells you everything that you can't do, everything that's wrong about you. Gee, what a wonderful friend. But you're the one who's listening to that mind. You have the sound that plays in your head. Who said you had to listen to it? I got news for you. That sound, that voice in your head, that's not you. That's just a recording and playback mechanism, like a tape machine that's playing back in your head. You don't need to listen to it. It's garbage. Old stuff from the past. You don't need it. Now, could you surrender your mind over to beingness? All that mind is just a bunch of noise. Hand that noise over to beingness. And surrender that noise over to beingness even more. And even more. And even more. And even more. And get a picture of your mind. Whatever that means to you. And could you allow that picture, that mind of yours, to just evaporate and dissolve? And more. And even more. And just let your mind melt away into quiet. Just let it go quiet. Allow it to evaporate and dissolve. And more. And even more. So basically, here's the thing. These feelings of fear, these stories of aversions, all these I can'ts in the mind, they're all false. None of it is real. They're all illusions. Have you ever met a thought in person? Have you ever met a feeling in person? None of it exists. It's just all imagined in your mind. So why would you let something like that, that's just an imagination, stop you from being fully alive, confident, and present in this moment and every moment of your life? Why would you let some idea in your head stop you from playing big, in a big, big way? Now it's up to you to get bigger than that mind, bigger than those feelings. Now, there's an opportunity where you can really step up and learn these skills and discover just how powerful you are right in the center, in the core of you. And you can learn how to live from that center, live from your beingness, and have a wonderful life. It's called the 4-day Fear of Living Retreat. And it's a very special private retreat that is held at Larry's house in Sherman Oaks, California. And it's 4 full days where we unravel all these myths of fear. So you can just drop all of that nonsense and see life clearly and be totally present in the moment and just alive. Now, it's a private event, and how you get access to it, it's actually free. And you get access to it when you sign up for a full year's program of releasing. That's really going to take you above and beyond and give you the momentum for a full year. This whole package includes 2 90-day programs, a retreat, a 30-day financial freedom course, plus the Fear of Living course. Plus, also, if you don't already have it, you get the Goals of Resistance course and the What Do I Want to Do When I Grow Up course. And so what it all accumulates to is a full year of full-on support from myself and all the releasing teachers, where you really have full access to us. And we take you by the hand for a full year so you can lift yourself out of all of the doldrums of life and the being stuck in a rut in what you're doing in life right now that you're not totally satisfied with, and stepping out into a whole new life. And wouldn't that be amazing to just forever shift your life? Well, you can do it. Join us and take those steps. Walk the footsteps of Lester. Do it, and it'll be the best thing. You'll absolutely love it, because you'll really step into your birthright, who you really are. It's about time. So join us.